Hello everyone, I am Bradley Sward, Associate Professor of Computer and Information Science at the College of DuPage in Glen Ellen, Illinois. And this video is going to take a look at part 2 of day 7 of the 2020 Advent of Code. My solution so far has always been in Python. Python is my language of the year, I guess. I'm having fun learning. I don't know if you can call it learning. I'm not being Pythonic about a lot of this stuff, but I'm trying to become more and more Pythonic. But I am getting the answers for someone who hasn't really used Python much. I'm feeling very good about that. So this is part 2. This part here is the same as part 1. If you watched the other video, that it just shows here, okay, I set up a dictionary where I have key is the, if I'm looking at my stuff here, I go, the key is whatever is what kind of bag, and then the contains is the value. There's 2 light tomatoes and 3 wavy browns and so forth and so on. And so this reduces and it gets rid of all the extra nonsense, and it reduces down to just numbers and names minus the word bags. And I got rid of no other bags. And so in my cases, like there's actually nothing when it says there's no other bags. This is eliminated from the key value pair. This is eliminated from my dictionary. It's not in there because it's a dead end. And so when I go to look for it and I can't find it, well, I'm done. There's nothing more to do. So there's no reason to have it 0 of something, because then it's going to look for that something and continue on. So I have my dictionary. And so now this part of the code here, this is the new stuff. Let me over here. All right, cool. So the prints are obviously not necessary here. They are for the solution, but they're not necessary for everything else. But I just wanted to print as I was going. So what do? You can see here, you can see my output, line for line for line as it goes. And I go, I'm starting with 1 shiny gold bag, and my total is -1 just because of the way my loop structure works. And I just have to make sure that for whatever number this is, that this starts out basically negative of that, so that when I add it in, everything is going to come out like it's supposed to. So I go, okay, get me the first, of all the elements in my dictionary, because this is, my bags is also going to be a dictionary. And so what I can say here, get me the first element of my dictionary, basically the begin element if I'm thinking C++. And I'm going, okay, it's shiny gold. Get me the key, which is shiny gold in quotes. And so what I can do is I can go, oh, hey, go into there and get me how many of those there are and add it to the total. And in our case, then we're going to add 1 to shiny gold. And then what we're saying here is we got to go through the rules list again. And you go, where's shiny gold here? Find it real quick. Oops, I got to spell it right first off. That is a key. And I got to go, I guess I got to work my way up now instead of down. So there we go. It says 1 shiny gold bag contains 4 striped yellow, so striped yellow 4, drab olive 3, and 1 bright purple. And so as we go through this list, all I'm really doing, all this is doing then is saying for every rule or for every element here, find the shiny gold, find it, add this to my dictionary. And at the end of the day, however many of these are in that element, however many bags there are, add that to the total. So now I'm saying I'm adding 1 shiny gold to the total, even though I don't technically do it. It's a wash because the -1 plus the 1. And so the next step here, I could show this here, is to say, okay, now I have 4 striped yellows. And so because I have 4 striped yellows, oops, where did my code go? Striped yellows. Let me find the one where it converts. Where in the heck? 4 striped yellow bags. Come on. What's going on with this? There we go. So 1 striped yellow bag contains 4 dark reds, 3 vibrant crimsons, and 4 and 1 of these other things. But what you notice here is that since I'm multiplying by how many there are at the start. I'm going to add the 4 to the grand total, but then I'm going to take this and I say, well, I have 4, so I got to multiply 4 by 4 to get me 16 dark reds. and I have to get 12 vibrant crimsons because it's just multiplications of 3. And then every time I strip off basically the lead element, and I say, okay, well now I have 3 drab olives, 1 bright purple, but then everything else that this became, 4 became 16 and 12 and 16 and 4. And I just do this until I've completely exhausted my list. I sum everything up, I'm going. If you do it right, of course, the thing eventually becomes a completely empty list. So there we go. So this works its way down, and the final solution is 1,250. Phew! And again, I know there's better ways to do this. Can you enlighten me, please? Help me out. I help hundreds of students out. I'd love for a little bit of help on this so I got an answer I would not be happy with the way this is going, unless this is pretty close to the best you can do. So sometimes it's all just. So anyway, there is solution for day 7. As always, thanks for sticking it out with me during my explanations, or if you just fast forwarded just to the end here, fine, fair enough. Thanks. We'll see you guys. I hope there'll be a day 8. We'll see how complicated this gets tonight. We'll see how it goes. Have a good one, guys. Take care.